Well, hello, hello. It is Sonia Stringer. Welcome to this training session on Facebook marketing for network marketing and direct selling leaders. So wonderful to have you here. If you are like many of the women that I've worked with in network marketing and direct selling companies, I'm pretty sure you love your products, you love your company, and you probably are doing something to grow your business right here on Facebook. And you may also have some questions. I hear questions all the time from women just like you asking about a Facebook profile. Should I be using my Facebook profile to build my business, or will Facebook shut me down? What about a business page? Do I need a profile and a business page, or is that just doing twice the work for half the results? And then, of course, we've all heard a lot of buzz about Facebook groups. Perhaps you've been wondering yourself if you should start a Facebook group. But what to do? And is it just going to be a whole lot of work without much to show for it? Well, if you're feeling confused or frustrated at all about Facebook, you're definitely not alone. It is obviously such a powerful tool to grow your network marketing or direct selling business, and it can also be an enormous waste of time if you don't have the right strategies or support. So I got inspired to share this session with you, to share more of what I've learned around Facebook marketing. I don't know if you know this or not, but I have built a multiple seven-figure business from my home, from this laptop. I've grown my network to over 550,000 people around the world, and I've done it pretty much all through Facebook. So I've learned a thing or two about Facebook marketing, and I'm really, really excited to share this with all of you because I see women like you every day making very honest mistakes, very innocent mistakes, and with just a little bit of strategy and consistency, the results you can create on Facebook are phenomenal. So please grab something to take notes. And I just want to do a real quick tune in here. Let me make sure I can see everybody. If you can hear my voice, would you please do me a favor? If you look right below this video, you'll see there's a like button, and right next to that there's a hearts button. Would you please just click on the hearts button for me? And that way I know for sure that my audio is coming through loud and clear. I definitely don't want to do a training for an entire hour and find out that no one can hear me. So let me just check here to see how that is displaying. Oh, you know what? Let me just get on another group here just a sec. I have like 3 windows open on my computer, so let me just get over to this other one and I can watch the feed a little more clearly. Also, please let me know where you're watching from. We always have such an amazing international audience on these sessions, so please take a moment, if you would, and in the comments box, just say hello and let me know where you are viewing this training from. Let me just get into my page here. Hey, Bridget, great to see you. All right, here we go. All right, it looks like it is working. Thank you, everybody. So if you're just joining us, we're about to get started. Hey, Linda, great to see you. Louise is here from Georgia, fantastic. Colleen from Pennsylvania. Steph from Ottawa, yay, Canadians. The tundra of Iowa. I know some of you are in super cold areas right now, so I'm not going to be mean and say that it's 78 degrees here in California. We are pretty spoiled. Hey, Virginia, great to see you too. All right. Well, you may want to grab something to take notes, and as we go through this session, I'll pause every once in a while and just invite your comments or questions, and then at the very end, I promise we'll take a big chunk of time, and if you have other questions regarding things we didn't get to cover here with Facebook marketing, I'd be happy to take time to do that. And if you're just joining us, we're about to get started. Grab something to take notes. Let me introduce myself. I think most of you know me, but just in case we're meeting for the first time, my name is Sonia Stringer. I am the founder of the Business Academy for Women in Network Marketing and Direct Sales. I have been coaching and training women in this space for, I'm embarrassed to say it, 25 plus years. I started when I was very young, obviously, and I just have the most amazing good fortune to work with women like you and help you grow your business, create a lifestyle that you absolutely love, and most importantly, this is what I'm all about, you can build a business and create a lot of income for yourself and your family, and do this in a way that is completely elegant. You do not have to be salesy. You do not have to be pushy. In fact, today, especially with tools like Facebook, you really shouldn't be pushy or salesy. It'll work against you. And in my experience, I believe women really do have so much opportunity right now to build businesses from home. So I really, really acknowledge you for jumping in, getting started with your company, whether you're brand new or you're a seasoned leader. There's a revolution going on. I mean, it's just amazing to see how women are stepping into entrepreneurship and using this as a vehicle for financial wealth, for contribution, for, a vehicle for your family and the lifestyle you can create for them. So it's my honor to have you here. And I just acknowledge you for having the courage to jump in and do this. And as I mentioned before, there is a lot of confusion around Facebook marketing. I see a lot of people making very innocent mistakes every day, working way harder than you have to, and sometimes putting out content that is really working against you. It's probably costing you lost opportunities. So today I want to cover a couple of key points. And let me just check in again, make sure everyone can hear me. One last time, if you can hear me loud and clear, would you please just look underneath the video here, either say hello and let me know where you're tuning in from, or just hit the hearts button. Louise, thank you. She's got 3 hearts going there. There's Joanne from Boston. Great. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Okay. We are working all we can on the tech side here. This is great. All right, so I'm going to share some slides and jump into this content right away. And as I mentioned, we'll pause every once in a while, and I would love to hear your comments, your feedback, your questions. I may take a couple of questions as we go through the material, but we have a lot to cover. So what I'd love to do is get through everything as quickly as I can, and then we'll take a big chunk of time at the end just to do some Q&A. How's that sound to you guys? Would you just let me know in the Q&A box underneath the video here? All right, thanks, Diane. Diane, you're doing so well too. My gosh, amazing stuff. It's so awesome to see women really crushing it right now on Facebook. It's really cool. Okay, it all looks good. Well, let me bring up my fancy slide deck here. So here's what I want to cover. Here we go, just a moment. There, perfect. All right. So this topic, as I mentioned, is focused on Facebook marketing, specifically how to use Facebook to grow a network marketing or direct selling business. And as I mentioned at the top of the session here, there's so many women on Facebook today attempting to grow their network marketing and direct selling businesses and making some very innocent mistakes. And if you're like many of the women I've talked to, you may be spending a lot of time on Facebook every day. You're going through the motions, you're making friends, you're putting out content, and maybe you're just not seeing a lot of engagement on that content. Or you may be a little concerned that some of the stuff you're putting out is a bit salesy, and you may be turning off your friends or your family or your contacts. That's very common. And there's confusion around the different kinds of tools. Should I use a profile? Should I use a page? Should I use a group? And I know that your time is limited. And I'm guessing if you're like most people I know, you would love to see your business grow with the least amount of time and effort required. So that's what I'm keeping in mind here today as I'm sharing these ideas with you. Simple is good. You do not have to do a lot of crazy, sophisticated stuff on Facebook. You certainly can, but you don't have to. And as I mentioned before, I know personally because I've used Facebook to develop a multi-7-figure business from my home, pretty much from my laptop right here in the office. You know, I've got this amazing network of women that I support, over 550,000 women around the world. And all of that came from just doing a few simple things in Facebook every single day. So what I want to share with you today is fairly straightforward and very simple. I encourage you to take notes. And as I mentioned, we'll take time to go through and look at questions. But there's, I guess, 2 things I want to look at. There's the tactics or the strategies related to Facebook, and then there's how you're showing up while you're connecting with Facebook. And you can have all the right tactics and strategies, but if you're showing up in a way that is salesy or self-serving or just doesn't feel authentic, I promise you people are going to feel that. And consumers are smart today. You know, women especially, we do not like to be sold. We love to buy, but we don't like to be sold. We want to do business with people who care about us, who are sincere and authentic. And that really is what Facebook and social media tools like this give us. It's the opportunity to be real, to be a real person who cares about other people, who gets into relationships because we want to serve them. And obviously through your products and your business opportunity, you have so many ways to serve people. So I just want to stress that because there's lots of tactics and strategies and things you can learn. But what really brings your business to life, and I promise you, what will make the biggest difference in your experience on Facebook and the results that you create, it's really where you're coming from. And if you are someone who is all about serving people, if you come from the heart, if you can be authentic and real, even if you don't know all the fancy tactics and strategies, I promise you, you can still develop a very large network right here on Facebook and develop the kind of relationships that can just naturally lead to business opportunities for you. So if that sounds good to you, if that's how you like to do business, would you please just let me know in the comments box? I want to make sure we're all on the same page here. I'm guessing that we are. Awesome. Great. So keeping that in mind, let's go through then some of the strategies. And well, let's just dive into it. That's all the preamble I'm going to give you. Let's just dive into it. So why Facebook? Obviously, Instagram is gaining popularity. There's a lot of speculation that Instagram will take over Facebook. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but there's a lot of people, unfortunately, not happy with Facebook, some of their privacy issues, and Instagram is just kind of a fresh and exciting new tool. So Instagram is gaining popularity, but Facebook is still the name of the game. It is still the largest platform that you can plug into to develop relationships. There are 2.2 billion people using Facebook on a monthly basis. That is almost a quarter of the planet, almost a third of the planet. 2.2 billion people are plugging into this website right now on a regular basis. And with the touch of a button, if you know what you're doing, you can connect with people anywhere in the world. You can develop relationships that are sincere and authentic and fun. And when you know how to present your products and your opportunity, you can definitely introduce people to what you have in a way that's very classy and elegant and that just creates curiosity and excitement. So it really is still the number one platform that you can use. And even though there are some privacy concerns, well, that's a lesson for another time. But what I would recommend is just know that Facebook for now is still the number one platform. And until we hear differently, I would encourage you to continue to focus your efforts right here on Facebook. The other good piece of news is that whatever you learn here on Facebook can translate to other platforms like Instagram and LinkedIn and Twitter. So some of the strategies we're going to talk about here today, once you understand the context of this and why it works, I think you'll find that even if you do move on and develop another platform, you start doing business on Instagram or Snapchat or any of the other platforms, you'll find that a lot of the fundamentals still work and they're easy to duplicate platform to platform. So even though it is a lovely opportunity, as you know, it's pretty common for people to be frustrated because you can invest a lot of time. I'm sure you've done this. You sit down to do a few minutes on Facebook. Before you know it, you're watching people's videos, you're watching cat videos, you're getting lost in people's comments, and you can spend an hour or two and not really have much to show for it. Or I think the other big mistakes I mentioned, people just don't really know how to engage their audience. They're sharing messages that really come across as ads, ads about their products, ads about their business, and it's turning people off. It's killing your engagement, and it's costing you a ton of opportunity. Because when you know how to do this right, you really can create content that people love, that they consume, that they look forward to, and there are some very simple and classy ways to get people super curious about your products and your opportunity. And as I mentioned, I've used this myself for, gosh, how long have I been on Facebook? At least 6 years. 6 years pretty consistently. And, it's the cornerstone of my business. Pretty much everything I've built in the last few years has come through this platform. So it is something I feel like I have some expertise around. And I'm also really excited because through the Business Academy for Women, which is what I mentioned at the top of the hour, if you're not familiar with that, it's an online school that I started for women in network marketing and direct sales. And we have students in there from all over the world. And what I'm really, really grateful to see right now is that many of the students have been learning these ideas and starting to duplicate my kind of results. And I just want to give a shout out to Betty Ann Sudbury. This woman, over the last year, just using some of the things I'm going to teach you today, has grown her business by 500%. Her business had pretty much stalled. She had been living out of the country for 7 years and decided to get back and re-engage her business and get things going. She and I started working together. She came into the academy. She just learned some of these simple ideas, and her business is just on fire. I mean, it's amazing to see that she is having a hard time keeping up with the opportunity. It's a really good problem to have. She's recruited 38 new team members in the last year. Her team members have advanced in status 7 times, and she's done it all on Facebook. And the reason I want to mention that is this Friday, in addition to this training, the part 2 of this training is going to happen this Friday, and Betty Ann is going to join me, and she's going to share the exact things she's doing in Facebook groups, how she's engaging people, how she's starting conversations, how she's handling objections, and basically what she does with completely cold leads to get them to call her back excited to learn more about her products and her business. So today we're going to talk about the fundamentals and some of the basic skills. And then if you want to join me on Friday, this exact same page here on Facebook at 10 a.m. Pacific time, that's 1 p.m. Eastern, Betty Ann is going to jump on the call here with me, the Zoom call, and share some of the tactics, some of the specific ways that she's using these ideas to enormous success. So congratulations, Betty Ann. I could not be prouder of you. You are such a role model. And what I really, really appreciate about Betty Ann too is not only is she crushing it, but she is doing this in the classiest way possible. She is not selling anybody, but boy, is she attracting a lot of opportunities. So I just want to hold that out there as a possibility for all of you because I know it to be true. And if you are curious to learn more about the Business Academy, I'll tell you a little bit more at the very end of the session, but just a heads up, if you want to learn more details on that school and what we're up to, we only open the doors twice a year for enrollment, and the doors are open right at this time. If you go to bizacademyforwomen.com, you can learn more details about what women are learning in the Academy and see how we've got it all laid out and everything we're up to. So jot down that link for later, and I'll come back and give that to you at the very end of the call too. All right, so back to Facebook, and I just want to share a couple of metaphors here because it really can shift your perspective about how to use this platform, how to use this channel. And if you think about it, I've been coaching and training people in this space for over 25 years. And when I was first working with leaders, top leaders in various network marketing companies, one of the ways some of them would find the leads would be to advertise. If they had enough money and a big enough budget, really the only options they had were to possibly place a classified ad in your local newspaper. Some of them tried postcards. They would actually get postcards printed and pay for them to be mailed, hundreds of them at a time to people in their local area. And once in a while, they might be able to afford an insert, like a paper flyer that would go inside a local magazine or a local newspaper and see if they could generate some leads that way. But that was it, other than just going out and networking live and trying to work through your warm market. Those were the only options people had to reach the masses. And to be honest, the conversion rates of those were pretty miserable. You'd be lucky if 1 out of 100 people actually responded to that ad. And they're very, very expensive. So with all social media channels today, particularly with Facebook, I just really want you to appreciate that you have at your fingertips your own media station. When you set up your Facebook profile, you literally have a media channel at your fingertips. It's like having your own TV station. And anytime you're publishing content, whether that's an image of an image quote with something inspiring on it, or a photograph of you and your family, or a tip related to your business, or maybe a Facebook Live video. Anytime you're putting that content out there, you are in essence putting out your own television show to your audience. And as you start to grow your audience and your followers and you get more and more skilled at building out content, people will start tuning into your channel regularly. It's just like when we watch, our favorite television shows. There are those shows that we won't miss, every single week. And we look forward to sitting down and watching the show. And of course, during the course of that show, because those networks have to pay for those shows somehow, they run advertisements, right? So this is an estimate, but it's pretty true. When you sit down to watch most network television, even cable television sometimes, you would sit and watch an hour of content. Let's say it's your favorite show. So you sit and watch an hour of content, and about 40 minutes of that will be the actual television story, and approximately 20 minutes of that will be commercials. And we are conditioned to be okay with this because that's just how it's always been. We expect to see ads. Most of us get up, make ourselves a cup of tea, or walk the dog, or hit the restroom if we need to on those commercial breaks. We don't usually sit there and watch the commercials. Sometimes we do. But we ignore the ads because we want the content, right? So I want you to keep that in mind. 2/3 content, 1/3 commercials. That's a really important ratio because you can adopt that for your own Facebook show. And imagine for a moment, if you were sitting down to watch your favorite television show, what if they flipped that ratio? Imagine if you had to sit through 40 minutes of commercials to watch 20 minutes of decent content. 40 minutes of commercials to watch 20 minutes of decent content. Would you sit there and watch that show? I doubt it very much, right? We just wouldn't. I mean, nobody likes to sit through ads. We tolerate them because we love the show, and for the most part, they're kind of a minimal nuisance during the hour. But if we had to sit through a ton of advertising, there's just no way we're going to sit and pay attention to that channel. And the reason that I bring that up is because many of you, without realizing it, are publishing a ton of ads. And not only are people starting to ignore you, they're unfriending you, and it's killing the engagement that you're getting on your posts. And basically your audience is shrinking every time you do that. So it doesn't matter how many friends or fans you've got. If hardly any of those people are watching your television show, you know, it just doesn't give you much opportunity to share your products and your business with them, right? So what we want to start thinking about is creating an amazing television show for our contacts on Facebook. What kind of content can we create that will be entertaining, that will be inspiring, that will be educational, so that people can't wait to watch our television show? How do we make this, you know, super valuable so that they're, you know, waiting for our updates practically? They can't wait to see what's coming next. And if we do that well, then just like a typical television show, we can sprinkle in the odd mention of our products. We can sprinkle in the odd mention of our business, and people will not be offended. They're coming for that valuable content, and they'll, in the process, get to learn a little bit more about your products and your business opportunity. So let me just pause it right there. I'm going to stop sharing the screen here just for a moment. Those of you watching, would you just let me know if that is resonating with you? You know what? I'm actually going to bring this up on my other computer. Just a sec. This is going to be easier, I think. Yeah, would you just let me know in the comments box below? Does that make sense? Do you agree with me? For some of you, this might be totally obvious. For others of you, this might be kind of, you know, insightful, but just let me know what you think about that. Okay, good, good, good. All right. Making sense. Excellent. Okay, good stuff. Let's go back then. So where should you start publishing that content? What's the keystone of everything you do on Facebook? And if you haven't guessed by now, it is your Facebook profile. So when you first log into Facebook for the first time and you create an account, Facebook basically forces you to create a personal page, or they call it a personal profile. So this is your personal space on Facebook. This is where you as a person get to show up and friend people and publish content, right? So here's a quick screenshot of my profile, and you can see I've got a photograph of me there down in the left-hand corner, and this banner image, the image behind me that we can customize, and I highly recommend that you do. I have the message, empower women, inspire hope, because that's what I'm all about. Those are my values. I am all about empowering women through entrepreneurship, because I know what a difference that makes for their families, for their communities, and for the world at large. So if you were to visit my profile, this is a quick look of what you would see. And hopefully you get a sense of who I am as a person. I'm not promoting my business here. I'm not trying to sell anything, but this is my personal space on Facebook that allows me to connect with you and develop a relationship. So for all of you, this is truly the number one thing you should be putting time into on Facebook. And when you develop a personal profile, it's very much like inviting someone into your home. So imagine for a moment in the next, let's just imagine this, because this is really possible. Let's think this through. In the next month, next 2 months, imagine if you started growing your network and you easily added another 500 connections to your profile, maybe even 1,000. And imagine those people come on over to your profile, and basically it's like greeting them at the door, and you're bringing them on in to get to know you a little bit. So just like you invited someone over to your home, you'd invite them over for coffee or tea, right? You'd sit down, you'd have a chat. They might look around your home and they'd see photographs of your kids or your pets. They get a sense of how you like to decorate. They get a sense of your style. And in that space, you would bond with them, one human being to another, right? You're not talking business. You're not talking shop. You're there to get to know them. And that's really what we're trying to do within this profile space on Facebook. It's a phenomenal tool, you know, that you can use to connect with total strangers anywhere in the world and very quickly develop rapport and relationships that can then lead to business. But for this first step, what we're really doing is inviting them into our home. So we want to keep that in mind as we're working on the profile. And people come to Facebook to socialize. This is really important. They do not come here to do business. LinkedIn is a place people go to network and do business. People on Facebook are there to socialize. And their number one goal is to get to know you, to make friends, and to develop relationships. So on your profile, you want to be sure to share a lot about yourself. You want to share photographs of yourself and what you love to do. You want to share about your interests. If you like hiking or biking or gardening or skiing or whatever it is, share that on your profile. Share photographs, share updates, let people know what you're up to. Facebook Live is such a powerful tool that you can use to showcase your life on your personal profile. And in the process of that, we can also add content in there that is inspirational. We can share quotes or images that people, find uplifting. We can share the occasional cat video because they are pretty darn funny. We can share humorous jokes. We add value to people's lives in so many ways. And simply by being in relationship with people and showing up and sharing of yourself from a genuine, authentic, heart-centered space, you'll be amazed how many people you can attract to your profile and the kinds of relationships that you can develop with them. And here's the next step of that. Even though your profile is designed for you as the person, there is a lot of latitude on your profile to educate people on tips related to your business. And there's even ways for you to mention your products in your business in a very non-salesy way that can definitely lead people to contacting you to find out more. It can lead to new customers and can lead to new business partners. So once you get, obviously, the basics of your Facebook profile in place, the next thing to really consider is education. What kind of tips can I share that are related to my products, that are related to my business? For example, if you're in a health and wellness business, you can share all kinds of tips related to health and wellness. You could help people appreciate how important it is to drink water. You could share tips that would help people sleep better. You could share tips that would help people de-stress at the end of a long day. You could share tips related to, just medications or things to be careful of. You could share nutrition tips, eating tips, weight loss tips. There's so many resources you can tap into on the internet. Learn things related to your topic and then just share them with your audience. And when you do this, not only can that information be very, very helpful to them, but it instantly establishes you as someone with some credibility in this space. If people see some very, very helpful weight loss tips coming from you on a regular basis, they start to remember, Shannon, that Shannon girl, she knows a lot about weight loss. The next time I'm thinking of, losing weight to get in my bikini this summer, I might go actually connect with her and ask her a few questions. Obviously, your businesses can range across a variety of themes and topics. So, fashion, if you sell jewelry or accessories or makeup, there's so many, fashion tips you could share, styling tips that you could share, skincare tips, travel. I have students in the academy that sell travel services, and what an amazing topic. Think about all the travel tips you can share with people in your audience, how to, find the best places to take your family on vacation, how to save money on travel, how to pack safely, safety tips, vaccination tips, when you're going to different countries. So, you don't have to spend a ton of time on this, but you can go to blogs, you can look at magazines, you can learn about your particular space and share those tips on a regular basis with your audience. And people love this kind of content because it's useful, and at the same time, it's branding you. It's helping them appreciate you are someone who knows a lot about this particular kind of space. If you have essential oils, my goodness, oh my gosh, how many things can you teach about essential oils? I mean, just think about all the different applications for essential oils. Even home decor, you could teach people do-it-yourself tricks to decorate their home and mention your candles or mention your organizing supplies or whatever it is that you're sharing with them, right? So really, this can work for any kind of business, any kind of products that you sell. And in the same token, you can also educate people on your lifestyle. If working your business has allowed you to spend more time with your kids, you can share that. If working your business means that you don't have to get up and have a crazy long commute every day, you can share that. We can educate people on the benefits of our products and opportunity in a way that creates curiosity. And that's really the key. I want you to please write this down. Some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I promise you, and I'm going to show you some stats here in a moment, when you're publishing content, please do not share an image of your product with, a special discount. Because people see that, and in their eyes it looks like an ad. And what do we do with ads when we see them on TV? We get up and we ignore them. And if we see enough ads, we start turning off the channel, right? So There are some posts that people are sharing that I think have gotten some results. You know, there's images of your product, or there's a direct call out to your business. You can get away with those, but you have to do it sparingly, and you have to be very careful, because every time people see that content, they start thinking that you're just advertising. People are not going to sit and watch a TV channel if it's just full of ads. But what they do want to learn about is are tips and ideas to help them get better results. And so when you're creating content that generates curiosity, what we're doing is we're not talking about the product. We're talking about what the product can do for people. What kind of benefits do people get by using your product? What kind of benefits do you get by using your product? Or instead of talking about your business directly, talk about what your business can do for people. How has building your business changed your life? What have you learned? How is your schedule different? What kind of people are in your life today because of your business? What kind of lifestyle changes are you making? What kind of income do you have now that you never had before? What kind of freedom? Those benefits, those results are what people want. People are not looking for your product. They're looking for what your product can give them. People are not looking for your business. They're looking for what your business can give them. And when we start creating content that speaks to those benefits, that speaks to those results or those experiences, people get curious and they want to learn more. So let me just check in with you real quick. How's that sitting with all of you? Can you just let me know in the comments box below? Is that making sense? Any quick questions? Thanks, Grace. Great to see Grace from Kansas is here. Super. Great. Excellent. Okay. Yvonne Stringer, are we related? My goodness. Great. Thank you, everybody. So let me share a couple of examples of what that can look like. You can put out posts that mention your products, that mention your company name, but I would recommend that you don't, because when you don't, people get curious. And when you speak more to the benefits that people are getting from your products, if that's a benefit they also want, they can't help but pay attention to your post. So this is just a very quick example if you look on the screen here. Just want to make sure that that is showing. First of all, real quick, can you guys see? I'm seeing a different slide on the feed here. Can you guys see the screen? It should say, wow, feeling excited. Would you just let me know here underneath there might just be a lag. I think there's just a lag here, but let me double check. Sometimes this thing doesn't share properly, and I want you to be able to see. There we go. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. There's just a lag in my feed, so it looks like we're a few slides back. I just want to make sure. And I see some of you are doing these posts all the time, so you are on it. Perfect. Stay tuned, because I'm going to share something that's going to turbocharge that for you, okay? So, if you shared a post like this, and ideally you'd share your image. If you have indeed been losing weight with your product, and you can share a before and after picture, or just you wearing your gym outfit or your favorite skinny jeans and you got a big smile on your face, your personal image is going to have way more impact on people than a stock image. But I just used this stock image here as an example. But you could put up a post that says something like this: wow, feeling excited. I've dropped 10 pounds this month, and today I pulled on my skinny jeans and they fit. I'm doing the happy dance. Had no idea it could be this easy. Thanks, Jen, for telling me about this. So if you look at that post, it's sincere, it's authentic, it's about your personal experience, right? And it's showing the benefits of using your products. You dropped 10 pounds this month, or whatever you happen to lose in terms of weight. Doing the happy dance, feeling amazing. Had no idea it could be this easy. We're letting people know that not only can they get these results, it can be this easy. And thanks, Jen. Let's assume Jen is the one that introduced you to the products, for telling me about this. Now, when people see that post, if they want to lose 10 pounds, if they want to put their skinny jeans on and feel great, be able to do the happy dance, and they want this to be easy, what do you think is going to happen? If they know you, if they've been following your TV show for a while and they see this, would you admit they might get a little curious about what you're talking about here? And some of them, for sure, are going to comment, and they'll say something like, what are you using? What is this thing, right? How are you doing this? And you obviously wouldn't want to message them back in the comments thread, but you would private message that person and start a discussion. You could ask them, hey, or just say, hey, thanks for your comment. It sounds like you also would like to drop some pounds. Do you mind if I ask, like, what have you been using, or what are your weight loss goals? You want to engage people in conversation. You could let them know, I've got all kinds of free resources I could turn you on to, and I might even have a few other things that could help too. Do you mind if I ask you a few quick questions? But when you're showing some sincere interest in other people and a desire to serve them, and you engage them in conversations, sure enough, they're going to ask you about what you're up to. And you can just mention, well, I happen to find this product. I really love it. Here's what I love about it. And now you're in a heart-centered discussion with someone else because you were able to pique their curiosity about the benefits of your product, not your business. So let's look at another one here real quick. So let's say your business obviously has so many perks, so many benefits, right? And for many people, being able to work from home means first and foremost, they don't have to get in a car and do a crazy long commute every day. So as you are getting up in the morning, imagine if you put a post out like this. You have a photograph of a crazy looking commute, and you might say something like, feeling so grateful that every morning I no longer have that long commute. Glad to have the chance to work from home and start my day without stress. So glad I said yes to Dana. Grateful to have my life back. So again, this is curiosity. We're not talking about the company. We're just hinting that we have a business, and it's mostly about us. We're feeling grateful that we don't have to get up and have a crazy commute every morning. We're glad to have the chance to work from home, not have to have the stress of the commute be the first thing we encounter that day. So glad I said yes to Dana. Grateful to have my life back. Those are benefits, right? Can you hear the benefits? No longer have a crazy commute. Work from home. No more stress. Get my life back. Those are the experiences people want. That's what gets their attention. And sure enough, even if people don't comment, here's the thing I really want you to know, because I've seen it with my students in the academy. Even if you're not seeing a lot of engagement, a lot of comments, people are watching your content. They are reading these posts. For every like or comment you see, I'm guessing, but there could be another 20, 30 people that actually read that post, and it sticks with them. And even if they don't engage with the post directly, they remember it. And they see a post like that come through from your channel, over and over again. And one day they're sitting in traffic and they're thinking, this is the pits. I can't do this anymore. You're going to come to mind. You may be the person that they reach out and connect with. So again, just curiosity posts that can get people interested or curious about what you're doing. And then I have to brag about Betty Ann again. Betty Ann, I hope it's okay that I'm sharing this because I went and got this off your page, but my goodness, what an amazing example of a post that created curiosity. Now, Betty Ann sells products. She's got an amazing line of products that she represents, but some of the products that she represents are household cleaners that contain natural ingredients. So anyone who's concerned about using toxic chemicals or ingredients in their home, particularly the moms who are a little more focused on natural solutions, she's got a great product line for those people. Now, she could have taken a picture of her products and put it up on Facebook and said, our products are great, click here to buy them. It's an ad. People aren't going to pay attention. They're going to tune you out. But what she did instead was brilliant. She found this photograph. This is a true story of a mom who had used Febreze on, I believe, the baby's blanket because it had said that it was non-toxic. It was fine to use around children. And the baby laid on the blanket and got this terrible chemical burn and rash. And there's before and after photos here. And so Betty Ann just put this out as kind of a public service announcement. Hey, if you ever use Febreze or other chemicals like this in your home, please read this because, it's dangerous. And look at what's happened to this mom and this child, and, please be careful. Now, this post alone, if you look on the screen here, she's got 235 comments on this post, 638 shares, and she's already, just through engaging with a few of the people back and forth on this post, has set up 5 conversations with people about her business. She's already recruited somebody into her team, and there will definitely be more coming. So can you see the value of creating content that's helpful? She didn't go out there trying to sell something. This was meant as a public service announcement for people, for parents especially, to be really, really careful about the chemicals that they're using around their kids. And obviously in the process of that, it just naturally opens up interest and conversations about, well, what else should we be using then, right? And Betty Ann, as you'll see on Friday, is super skilled. This woman can close anybody, and she does not sell them. She is brilliant at getting people into conversations, asking questions, and showcasing the benefits of her opportunity or showcasing the benefits of her products. So let me check in again. I know we're going through this really quick, but do you get the gist of this? Some of you may already be doing this, and if you are, stay tuned because there's something else I'm going to share with you. If you're brand new to this, does this at least give you a sense of the kind of content you should be publishing on your own TV show? Would you just let me know in the comments box there underneath? Great. Ann Seeley, I hope I'm saying your name right. She's been posting content like this, warning people about the dangers of things. That's great. Excellent. Excellent. Cool. Excellent. See, and once you start doing this, you're going to find you can get super creative. There's so much content you can syndicate. You don't have to, you don't have to write blog articles. You don't have to, create this content from scratch. There's so many helpful tips and ideas that you can share with your audience. Some of them may just be life hacks, like how to get red wine out of a white carpet, useful tips like that. Some of them may be directly related to your products or your opportunity. But what we're trying to do in all these cases is share who we are, let people get to know us through our personal posts. We want to create curiosity posts based on the benefits of your products or the benefits of your business. And another super piece of content you can share are case studies. Share examples of people who are using your products and, just share their story. It doesn't have to be salesy. It's meant to be inspirational. You can do this in a post. You can turn on Facebook Live video and feature someone and ask them questions and get them to share their story. And people watching love stories. They will love stories on your TV channel. They're going to tune in and watch that stuff. They're not going to sit and listen to an ad, but if they can listen to a story of someone who's struggled with weight forever and then started using your products and started following a plan and, a month later is having these kinds of results and health, experiences, they're going to love that story. Or if you've got a story about someone on your team who, maybe a mom who was working in the corporate world, who was making great money but had absolutely no freedom, no free time for her kids, was exhausted and stressed out all the time, and you get to interview her and have her share why she started looking at other options, why she decided to get involved in a home-based business. You don't even have to mention your company. You probably shouldn't. Just let people know that she decided to start a business like yours, and then talk about how that's changed her life. What is she learning? How is she now able to spend more time with her kids? How is that improving the quality of her life with her husband, her spouse, her partner? How is that helping her earn money and contribute to the world at large? Everyone's got a story. And using case studies, of your customers, of your business partners, or if you don't have those yet, borrow them from people on your team and share those stories as inspiration, because people love a good story and they will get curious. The less you say about your products and your business, the more people will want to know, what is this thing? What are you guys using? How do we find out about this? That's what you want. And then private message those people and engage them into conversations. And you can do what I would call direct posts. You can occasionally put up a post about your product. If your company's got a great sale or they're launching a new product, if you're delicate with it, you can share about that. You can share more directly about your business, but do be sensitive to the fact that those come across as ads. So they generally not only do they generally not convert, but they really can kill your audience. They can kill your engagement. And the good posts that you're putting out there will then start, be seen by fewer people. And a lot of people have asked me, well, can we sell from, our profile? Is that really possible? You can if you do it in this way. If you are just putting up ads about your products and your business all day long, not only do you run the risk of Facebook shutting down your profile, but it just isn't effective. But you can be very, very, very effective with your Facebook profile. In fact, that's all you really need on Facebook. You can fill up your 5,000 friends. You can build an enormous, group of followers and just create a fantastic TV show that gets people watching. And that's all you ever have to do on Facebook is just use your Facebook profile. I know people that are growing their businesses very quickly and all they're doing is using their Facebook profile. So know that it can be that simple. And when you really put attention on the kind of content that you're sharing and people get to know you and they get to learn in the process of interacting with you, they will get more and more curious. And then I have to talk about Facebook Live. In fact, let me just check. How many of you are currently using Facebook Live? Probably a lot of you, but I just want to get a sense here of the audience. Would you please let me know in the comments below if you've used Facebook Live, if you're comfortable with Facebook Live. Some people are terrified of it. If you are, I totally understand. But please let me know. Yes, Myrna, you are rocking it with Facebook Live. I've seen you. That's so great. Excellent. Good. A lot of you are doing it. Fantastic. Okay, well, if you aren't doing Facebook Lives yet, or if you aren't doing them consistently, I want to share some stats with you that are going to blow your mind. And you may notice, it may not be super obvious, but this particular show that you're watching right here, our Facebook page got picked up by the Watch channel on Facebook. That was not an easy feat, but basically what that means is every time I publish content here on my page, this gets syndicated. It gets featured on the Watch channel on Facebook. And our shows get put out next to content from Tony Robbins, from Brian Tracy, from Deepak Chopra, from Oprah. And the reason that our show, our page here was selected to do that is because I started using Facebook Live video. And so I can tell you from experience, Facebook Live is the future. Until something else comes along to blow it out, it is the smartest tool you can and should be using to build your audience and connect with them. And the reach you can get with Facebook Live is extraordinary. So if you don't know what Facebook Live is, I don't have my phone here. It's just an app you can use right off of your phone if you have a smartphone with a camera, or you can use it right off your computer if you have a camera built into your computer. Most people do. But it's just a very simple app that you can use, push a button, and you're instantly streaming live video. Now, I want you to think about this for a moment. Instantly streaming live video. Do you realize the power of that? You know, like we're talking here about having your own media channel. Do you have any idea the amount of money it would require for you to go into a television studio and book studio time? You know, even to have a commercial run on television for 30 seconds to a minute is extraordinarily expensive. So for you to have an hour-long show that you could broadcast to the masses, it's not possible, right? None of us could afford to do it. But with Facebook Live, that's pretty much what you have. In fact, it's even better because right now, I could see, I've lost the thread here, but at the beginning, you know, people on this show watching right now, we've got people here from all over the world. This isn't costing me a penny. You know, we're reaching this massive audience, and it's all happening because of Facebook Live video. And why it's so powerful is when people see you on video, it's a whole different experience, right? You obviously can see me, you can hear me talk, you can see my gestures, you get a sense of how I am, and hopefully get a sense of my heart and my sincerity, and you can't capture that in words. You can't really capture it in audio. It happens through the visual. It happens through video. So if you want to create relationships with your audience that, you know, develop an enormous sense of connection with you, a great sense of rapport, where people like you and trust you and want to learn more about what you're up to, you got to get on video. And Facebook Live video is the most powerful format, and I'll show you why. Here's some examples. This was over a year ago, so know that these stats probably wouldn't be quite as true today, because when we first started using video, we were kind of an early adopter, and the engagement and the stats we saw were just crazy. But even so, right now, when you publish something on your channel using Facebook Live video, chances are that content will be seen at least 5 times more, sometimes 6 to 7 times more than a regular text post or a photograph. The moment you turn on the video camera and go live, it means that 5 to 6 times the people are going to see that particular post than they would any other kind of content you publish. And if you look on the screen here, when we first started doing this, basically what I did is I wrote a text post. You know, it was actually, we were promoting like a webinar. So I was doing a free webinar. So I put text in this post and I attached an image of it, and we published it to my page here, and we had a reach of 1,541 people, which means potentially there were 1,541 people on Facebook around that time that could have seen that post or that got served up that post. And then in terms of engagement, we got 23 likes, 23 people saw it and liked it, and 5 people commented. It's not great. It's not great engagement. It was okay. It's obviously not great. But here, I took the exact same message. So I basically turned on the camera and said the exact same thing into the camera. But I used Facebook Live video, and look at the difference in reach. Instead of reaching 1,500 people, we reached 128,000 plus people. Instead of getting 23 likes, we had 484 likes. Instead of having 5 comments, I had 552 comments. That all happened within 3 hours after we posted that Facebook Live video. And it's because Facebook favors live video. Anybody who's using that format, your posts go directly to the top of other people's news feeds. You probably see it when you're on Facebook, right? Everyone's lives are going up to the top and they get noticed first. They get 5 to 6 times the exposure of anything else that you're putting out on Facebook. And here's the ultimate test. I wanted to be sure that it wasn't, you know, something in what I was saying, or, you know, maybe this message was more impactful than this message. So what I did is I had a video that I had loaded on YouTube. It was a video that I'd shot. I think it was about my Believe conference, actually. I was hosting this Believe conference for women in network marketing, and we had recorded a video to promote the conference, and we had it posted on YouTube. And it was a really inspiring video. So I took the video and I loaded it into this page on Facebook. So that's known as a native video, because you're loading a pre-recorded video right up into Facebook, and you're pushing the button and publishing that content. And when I did that, over 5 days, we had 997 views. Again, okay engagement, but not great. It's okay, but nothing spectacular. So I took the exact same video. So I didn't change anything. It was the exact same video playing in the exact same way. The only thing I did differently is, instead of loading it into Facebook, I played it on YouTube, and I took my camera. I wish I had it here. I took my camera and I turned on Facebook Live, and as the video is playing on YouTube, I streamed it on my Facebook Live feed. So it's the exact same video playing on YouTube, but because it's going through my Facebook Live feed, it's going out into Facebook as a Facebook Live video. Look at the difference in engagement. 10,000 views in 5 hours. In 5 days, we had 1,000 views. In 5 hours, we had 10,000 views on that video. And within a day, that video eventually got served up to over 1.2 million people. And that's 3 to 4 times the reach that I normally have on my page. So that means that video went viral. People saw it, they liked it, they engaged with it, it went viral, and it had that kind of reach. So I'm sharing this with you because I really want you to appreciate the power of Facebook Live video. If you are going to take the time to grow an audience on Facebook, you want to reach your friends or your family members or your coworkers or just prospects in general, the best tool you have at your disposal is Facebook Live video. So let me just check in real quick. I'm just curious what you think of those stats. Would you just let me know in the comments box below? Is that surprising to you? Did you guys have any idea that it has that kind of reach? Sounds like for some of you that's, yep. Cool. Yes, it is. It's totally amazing. And I know that, it can feel daunting to put yourself on video, but I'm going to share with you in a bit, there are ways to do it. There's ways to do this where you don't even have to get on camera at first. There's simple ways to create Facebook Live updates that get you more used to using the format, make it super easy to get on camera. And then once you get more comfortable with this format, you can use it to educate people. You can turn on the camera and share tips about your skincare products. You can share tips about weight loss. You can share tips about essential oils. These videos only have to be 3 or 4 minutes long. In fact, they shouldn't be that long. But here's what happens. When you use Facebook Live even a couple of times a week on your profile or on a page or in a group, it turbocharges the engagement on all your content. So I don't know how frequently you're currently posting on your channel, but let's say you share 2 posts a day. Maybe you share a quote and you share something about your products, or you share a personal update and you share a helpful tip. Let's say you're basically sharing 2 pieces of content a day. If even 3 to 4 times a week you did a short Facebook Live video, even if you did this 2 times a week, the engagement you get from that video, it's like you get brownie points across all your content. Facebook is starting to optimize your content because they're seeing, wow, she's doing Facebook Live videos. We want people to do Facebook Live videos, so we're going to show her videos to more people, and we're going to start showing the rest of her content, especially those curiosity posts about your products and your business. Those are going to start getting seen by more people in your audience. So even if you did a Facebook Live video of a sunset, or of your kids playing soccer, or of you out hiking, something simple, it's the format that works in your favor. If you can share a couple of Facebook Live videos every week consistently, it turbocharges the reach of your content, and you'll start noticing that other things you're putting out there are getting more likes, they're getting more shares, they're getting more comments as well. Does that make sense? Oh, cool. Darlene's saying yes. Yeah, it does make a huge difference. And you can keep it simple. You don't, if you're nervous about getting on video, you can set this up so it's super comfortable, and then you'll just develop more confidence. Once you see the difference, okay, here's the thing too. I have some of the students here today that are in my academy, and those of you in the academy have heard me go on and on about Facebook Live videos. I'm constantly encouraging you, bugging you to use Facebook Live, and as they have started using Facebook Live videos, they're seeing the difference in their engagement. So first, I want to give a shout out to all my students who have, been using this format. Good job, and you just got to do it, and you'll see the difference, and you'll be sold. You will absolutely be sold. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, you're welcome. You guys are welcome. Okay, lots more content. So let's move on here. So a business page, that's all about your profile, right? And seriously, if you wanted to keep this simple, if you just want to, use one tool, focus in one place, build up your audience, all you have to use is your profile. And using these strategies, you can still get a lot of curiosity going, a lot of conversations going about your products and your business. That's all you have to do. A lot of people ask them, well, what about business pages? Should I set up a page for my business? I already have a page, so should I keep putting out content on this page? And I've learned this the hard way. So, please take this to heart. First and foremost, a business page is about your business, right? And where our profile is like inviting people into our home, our page is like inviting people into our office or into our store. So your personal profile is all about you. Your business page is obviously about your business. So if you've already set one up, you probably have your company logo on there, or maybe you've got personal branding of some kind, but it's on that business page that you're speaking more about your products and your business. And for many of you, you may have sent your customers to that business page, or prospects that you meet that you think are kind of curious about your business or your products. Here's the thing though, and this is hard news to hear, but there's good news right behind it. If you have a business page, if you haven't set up a business page, don't do it. Do not do it. If you already set one up, you may want to consider trying to move those people over to your profile or into a group. And here's why: because Facebook changed the algorithm about 8 months ago, maybe a little longer than that. And the reach that those pages get now is it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. You are lucky to get 1% of the people connected to your page seeing your content. So let's say you have 1,000 people, 1,000 followers on your page. When you publish content, you'll be lucky if 10 people see that content. Now think about the time and energy it takes for you to do those Facebook Lives or do that content. It just doesn't get the reach. And the reason is because pages are geared towards businesses. Most of the businesses using pages, not all, but most of them are larger corporations or brands or entities who have built up very large followings on these pages and have invested a lot of time and money to create those audiences, and now are in a position where they need to pay money to get their content seen. So Facebook has forcibly made pages, the organic reach on pages, be very low, because if you're a bigger company, if you're a brand and you want to reach your audience, you now have to pay. And many of them are paying because even though they're paying to get that exposure, it's still worth it to them. So they're, if you see a business page with a video that's boosted, they paid to have that video shown to more of the followers on that page, or they may have put up a post and they're paying for that to be shown to more people, more followers on that particular page. So unless you've got an enormous budget, which I doubt you do, or unless you are going to run Facebook ads, that's the only exception, having a business page is really a complete waste of time. And if you have set up a page and you've got some traction with it, then of course, keep it going. But I think you'll find over time that the effort and the attention that you give that page is just not going to pay off the way it would on your profile. You really are better off trying to move those people over to your profile, because more of those people will see your content. They're going to relate to you more as a person anyway. You can still educate them about your products and your business. And when you publish content, more people will see it than on your page. If you ever do want to get into Facebook advertising, that is the one exception. You do need a page in order to create ads and display those to your followers. And that's a pretty advanced topic. I've used ads a lot to grow my business. They can be very, very effective, but they are also very, very, very expensive. And unless you are fairly skilled with online marketing, unless you have some background in this and some training, to be honest, it's just not going to be worth your time. There's so many easier, free ways for you to connect with prospects on Facebook and develop relationships than running ads. So, it's not that it's impossible, but at some point, if you have a budget and you want to play with it, you can. But I will tell you, I personally have spent over $3 million on Facebook ads in the last 3 years. And we've done that in a profitable way, but that's a lot of money to spend, obviously, if you don't know what you're doing. And I have seen some very well-meaning network marketers jump in and start spending, hundreds of dollars and a few $1,000s without really having an effective strategy, and you can just lose your shirt. And it's just not the most effective way for you to be connecting with other people, because people want to get to know you first as the person, and then they will find out about your products and your business. So running ads to grow your particular kind of business just isn't really the ultimate. Okay, so the good news is, though, that you can create groups. The place to go next instead of business pages is Facebook groups, and they can be really, really effective as a community building space, a place for you to create relationships with people that just organically lead to business conversations. And the difference between a page and a page is like your office, right? It's a storefront, it's an office, it's all about business. A group is kind of like inviting people over for a game night, or inviting people to the library, your local library, to learn about something. It's a community space or a space that's based on a theme, and people come because they want to socialize and they want to learn. So groups are much more informal. Groups are all about community. Groups are all about relationship. And Facebook, because it's gotten so much hot water in the last few years, part of their PR, their public relations strategy to recover some of the users they've lost with some of these privacy issues is they're all about groups, and they are all about promoting communities on Facebook. So what that means is when you create a group, your group, the people in your group will likely see your content even more than those on your personal profile. Pages stink in terms of engagement. Groups get really great engagement because Facebook wants people coming into Facebook and being part of groups that they enjoy, being part of groups where they're learning and they're building community. Because keep this in mind, Facebook is in the business of getting people into Facebook. 2.2 billion users, that's a lot of viewers to whom they can share their ads. They are really a media channel, just like a television channel, just like a radio channel. They're a media channel, and they run on advertising. So they need people in there using Facebook, so they have people that they can serve those ads up to. So they want people coming into Facebook on a regular basis. And if people are joining groups, they're favoring those groups. So that means if you create a group, just know that any content you put in that group is likely going to be seen more than most content that you put out on Facebook. And groups are just more informal. People are there to learn. They're there to socialize. They interact a lot more in a group setting than sometimes even on a personal profile. And with a little strategy, you can set up groups that basically support your business. So let's just look at a couple of examples of that. So first and foremost, if you haven't done this yet, you probably have, but one of the smartest ways for you to build your network on Facebook is to join groups. And Betty Ann, the student that I'm going to interview on Friday, has been masterful at this. She has grown a very large network in a short period of time by joining a few key Facebook groups and interacting with people in those groups, friending them, getting into conversations, just like if you attended a local social function, right, in your neighborhood, or if you went to, some kind of business mixer in your own neighborhood. You're there to socialize. You're there to meet people. And that's really what you should be doing when you join these groups. And you can join groups based on your interests. If you love gardening, you could join gardening groups because you're going to find people there that love what you do. Easy to talk about gardening when you love it. Or if you love skiing like I do, you could join a skiing group. Whatever you have a passion around, that's a natural place for you to go and connect with leads. And then, of course, you can find groups that will be full of your ideal prospects. So if some of your perfect prospects might be, working moms, you can certainly find groups where there are many working moms hanging out, getting to know each other. Or if baby boomers are great prospects for you, they are the people that most use your weight loss products or most interested in your business. You can get involved in all kinds of Facebook groups where you can connect with baby boomers. So, by getting into these spaces and connecting with people and sending friend requests and jumping into conversations, you can build out your network really quickly. And you're basically adding people to your network strategically who you have a lot of natural rapport with and who would likely be interested in your products and your opportunities. So come Friday, because Betty Ann's going to share very specifically how she's done this. She's learned a lot of really cool things. And on Friday, she'll share exactly how she's been joining these groups and what she's been saying in these groups. The other way you can use groups, obviously, is to create a group for your customers. So do you know where the low-hanging fruit is in your business? I mean, we're always tempted to run out and find new customers. We're always tempted to run out and find business builders. The linchpin in your business is in your customer base. People who are currently buying and using your products are your best prospects. They're your best prospects because they're already using your products and hopefully getting a lot of value. They will likely be the people who will most likely invest in other products that you sell if you introduce them to them. And with time and the right messaging, they are also the people that would very much join you in the business. So depending on the size of your business, it may or may not be time to do this, but you could set up a Facebook group only for your customers and use that as a place to build community. You know, for those customers, you could be doing Facebook Lives on a regular basis and answering questions they have related to the products. You could be interviewing the customers that are getting great results and sharing their stories. You can answer questions. You can do, you know, if your company has a big incentive around a particular product line or a new product launch, right? Creating a space where people are already using your products and enjoying your products and using that space to educate and serve those customers is very, very smart. And you can be dripping on them very subtly about the business over time. And of course, using Facebook Live video as much as you can in these groups is the key. You can share updates, you can share text posts, you can share images, but if you are willing to go live on video, you will develop such a deep sense of rapport with your customers. And, you know, you can even get in there and just do Q&A a couple times a week or share a new tip related to your product. Those are the people that with more exposure will buy more of your products and will most likely be interested in your business opportunity. So let me check in. How's this sitting with all of you? Makes sense? Would you give me some love? Give me some feedback here in the comments box. We just have a couple more things to go through, but hang in here. Cool. So Colleen's excited about the idea of the group for her clients. Very cool. Excellent. Great. Good. Group for customers is like a VIP. Yes. I mean, you could put all your customers in it, or if you have a very large group of customers, maybe you segment it further. You know, start simple, because here's what I don't want for any of you. I don't want you to have to manage a bunch of spaces on Facebook. Your energy and your focus is going to get depleted and you're going to get fewer results. If all you did after this session going forward is become masterful with your profile, I promise you, you could do amazing things in your business. If it makes sense to start a Facebook group, then you may make that your second space. And, you know, if you have some really great customers, maybe that's where you start, is just putting a group together for your customers and looking for ways to serve your customers on a, you know, weekly basis, daily if possible. You know, educate them about what you're up to with the company. And it doesn't have to be salesy, you know, it can be curiosity-based posts too, but, you know, just being in front of your customers on a regular basis will not only keep them loyal to your company, but your opportunity to upsell them, to cross-sell them with other products, and to get them more interested in your business. You know, that's the ascension ladder that we want to create. That's where the low-hanging fruit is in your business. You know, the other place you could do this is with your team. So depending on the size of your team, it might make sense for you to launch a group at some point for your team members. And these would be your business partners, right? These are the people that are committed to building a business with you. And in that group, you can offer your coaching time, you can answer questions, you could run challenges, you could do a Facebook Live every morning for 5 minutes, just sharing an inspirational passage or quote. You can mention company incentives. You know, this is your private space on Facebook where you can be interacting with your team members and sharing skills, ideas, content, inspiration that keeps them committed, excited, in action, and building the business. And over time, you know, this team space can grow, and you can keep, you know, your customers completely separate and your team completely separate. Or what you can do, and this is where Facebook groups are really heading, is you can create groups that are places for your customers, your team members, and your prospects to hang out. And what we're really creating here is a community. We're creating a community based on a theme or a topic related to your business, and your customers can be part of that, your team members can be part of that, and your prospects can be part of that. And not only is this a space that you can bring your own prospects, but you can also encourage people on your team, cross-line, upline, downline, to bring their prospects, and together you create this really fabulous environment that supports all of them in getting enormous value and getting introduced to your products and your business. So Facebook groups right now, the future of these and where these are really going to, you know, revolutionize network marketing and direct sales is to use these spaces as a place to serve people at the highest level and educate them on tips and ideas related to your products or your business, and introducing them subtly to your products and your business in a way that makes it easy for them to check them out. So if you're part of a company, again, I'm dating myself because I've been around this profession for a long time, but you know, in the old days, this is the only way we had to really introduce people to the company, right, or to the products, is you would have an opportunity meeting in a local hotel or a local library space, you know, meeting space, or you'd invite people over to your home, right? Now, think about this, and some of you still do this. If you're in a party plan model or you do workshops or classes in people's homes, you're already doing this to some degree. And here's why they work. You invite your friends, right? You invite your contacts, and those that are curious will show up. And when they're in that space, when they're in that living room or that library meeting room or the hotel room, wherever they are, they get to meet other people in the company. So they come with you, right, as the guest, and then they get to look around the room and they see what kinds of people are already using these products and involved in this company. And in many cases, that's a very powerful thing because it provides enormous social proof, meaning that there's nothing really spoken about it. But I know in particular, there's a company I worked with years ago, very, very savvy women in this company, still are. And, you know, I've attended their opportunity meetings. And when women came to those meetings, they would look around the room and go, wow, like the caliber of talent in this room is exceptional. Like it just spoke for itself, right? Before they even mentioned anything about the products or the opportunity, excuse me, those guests looked around the room and at a glance, you know, could see that people, very, you know, intelligent, talented, professional people were being attracted to this company, and that spoke volumes. That kind of social proof is what did a lot of the selling, a lot of the enrollment, you know, in those live events. And then, of course, people get a sense of the culture, right? They connect with people. They start to make friends. They hear success stories in the front of the room. People get up and share how the products have helped them, how being in the business has helped them. There's proof and evidence that it works, right? So these home meetings, excuse me, talking too much today. These home meetings or hotel meetings worked really well because the environment did the selling for you. I mean, there's still things that happen within the environment, but there's all these subtle things that are going on in the environment that really worked in people's favors. So that's what these groups do. But what we're doing now is we're taking it online. Instead of booking a hotel room or inviting people over to your home or hosting it at the library, we're doing it in a Facebook group. So you and your team members can invite people into the group, right? If they're curious, if they want to learn how to lose weight, if they want to learn how to make more money from home, if they want to learn how to use essential oils, whatever makes sense, they come to the group to learn. And when they get in the group, they look around and they see the kinds of people that are in the group. They see people that are using the products and asking questions. They notice other people are involved in the business and seem to be very excited about it. They get a sense of the culture of your team or the culture of your company. There's a lot of connection going on in that group. And they also get to hear success stories or watch videos, see testimonials of people who are using the product or getting great results from the business. It's a lot of inspiration and support. So what Facebook groups are doing is giving you leverage because in your own local area, there's only so many people you can invite to your home, right, that will come. There's only so many people that'll get in a car and drive across town and attend a meeting in a hotel led by your upline. But Facebook groups are easy and convenient, and you can invite people from anywhere in the country, anywhere your company is doing business, and get them in that group and help them learn, help them get value, and also get introduced to your products and your opportunity. And it's faster and easier than doing local meetings, right? Rather than meeting prospects face-to-face, you can get a lot of people in the group, get them exposed, get them, you know, curious about what you're doing. And you don't have to be the only one bringing prospects. You can also have people on your team inviting people, and you can set it up so that when they invite them into the group, they tag them. They tag them, they add them as a member to the group, and there's a record of that within your group. So there's no poaching, you know. You can easily see when people join the group who was invited by whom, and you can trace that lineage. And it's in that group that they can learn more about your services or your business. There's that social proof and there's that excitement. So with these groups, you want to come up with a theme. You know, what theme does your product represent? If you have a weight loss product, you know, obviously you want to have perhaps a group that's dedicated to helping people lose weight. Maybe it's weight loss for women over 40, or weight loss for women versus men, or weight loss for people who struggle with weight. You know, you come up with a theme for this group that speaks to the purpose of the group or the end results that people will get from being in this group. Healthy and happy. You know, if you have health and wellness products, you could just have a group, you know, dedicated to helping people be healthy and happy. And maybe in that group you share inspirational ideas, motivational videos, health tips. You know, it's mostly education, but You also can have in there videos of your products or information about your business. You can do Facebook Live videos. You don't have to be the only person doing the group. You can have other people on your team helping and, create this really rich environment where people get exposed to what you're up to. Natural solutions for moms. If you have essential oils or products that work really well for women who are especially concerned about using toxic chemicals on their families through their products, through the household cleaners that they use, you can do that. So you can get super creative. You could come up for a theme for the group, like for weight loss and healthy living. You can share all kinds of tips and ideas, testimonials. You can create videos that share case studies of your customers or testimonials from people in the business and how it's helping them. Again, curiosity-based, right? Mostly about the benefits. Here's what the products are doing for me. Here's what the business is doing for me. You can mention the products in the business, or you can keep it even, more low-key. But through this group and through this environment, people get exposed to all the cool things happening by using your products and your opportunity. If you have beauty products, skincare products, jewelry, fashion, you could create a group themed around that. Same kind of approach, right? Share tips and ideas, get people in there who are interested in that topic, have your team invite prospects into the group, make sure that there's enough content and enough value in the group to keep people coming back, and then use that environment to also share success stories related to your products or success stories related to your business. And as I mentioned, your team and you can be leading this group together. So it doesn't have to be an enormous amount of work for any one person. You can definitely have a no poaching agreement, right? And you can track who's coming into the group based on how people are being invited in and how they're getting tagged. Within the group itself, you can have a pinned post at the very top with a welcome video, letting people know what the group's all about, what the purpose is, and just getting them oriented to the group the moment they actually come in. You can tag people when they join. You can add people to the group, tag them, message them, have the team welcome them into the group. So immediately, before they've even really had a chance to look at anything, they're already getting welcomed in and connecting with all the people in your team, all the people in your group. And then, of course, you can follow up with those prospects individually. You can private message them. You can put them in a private message with someone in your upline. You can do so much of this just using Messenger, that app on Facebook, to follow up, to see what kind of questions people have, to do a video chat, to connect them with someone on your team if they have questions. It really is taking what used to happen in a live format into this virtual format. And it's so powerful because people can be in there 24/7. They can join from anywhere in the world. And you're not the only person doing all the work in that particular group, right? All right, and then how do you get people in the group? There's lots of strategies, but you can invite your contacts. If you have enough followers on your Facebook profile, you can invite those people in. Anytime you're doing a Facebook Live, you can mention your group and invite people to come on over into the group. Any videos that you share, recorded videos, at the very end, you can mention your Facebook group and invite people to come and join the group. Any of the regular posts that you're putting up, or on your business card, or anytime you send an email, you can start advertising or promoting your group to all the people that you know, and just getting more and more people to come in and join and be part of that environment where they can learn more about what you're up to. Okay, I know we've gone over and there's, I'm sure, a ton of questions, but let me just pause. How's that sitting with all of you? Would you just let me know in the comments box below? Emily's saying I need a replay. We'll show you how to. Actually, I've got two team members on here, Susan and Dee. Would you please add the post in here to show them how they can get the replay? There's a link. If you click on it, we'll actually be able to send you the replay in your Facebook Messenger box. So if Susan and Dee can share that, we'll make sure you guys get a replay if you want. Mind-blowing. Thank you, Myrna. I'm glad. So much good info. Great. Good. Okay. Excellent. I know we went through a lot. So we'll get you a copy of the replay. And I'll tell you what, I know we went a little over. I'm going to come back and answer more questions. If there's something related to anything we covered you want me to go into in more detail, or if you have other questions related to Facebook, I might be able to help with that too. But before we do, I just want to let you know about something, because this is a really cool opportunity, and it's only happening here at this moment. And those of you that are watching this live are going to get in on this. And it may or may not be for you, and if it's not, that's totally fine. But as you can tell, I'm pretty excited about this stuff. And it's not just because it's changed my life. It's because I'm seeing it change my students' life. Those women that I'm working with in the academy, I'm going to get teary. It's just an honor. It's just amazing to see you all in there, to see how much you're growing every single day, to see the level of activity you're in, to see how, I mean, Jean Clavel I don't know if you're watching, but one of my students yesterday had someone phone her at home. It was a telemarketer, and she's getting so darn good at being an elegant influencer that by the end of that call, she had booked another call with that woman later that day and is talking to her now about joining her team. Like it's just amazing to see these students learning how to elegantly influence people, doing it offline and online, and all the cool things that we're starting to see come forward because of the Facebook marketing stuff that we're sharing. So I just want to tell you very quickly about an opportunity. If you'd like to learn more about this, if you guys love this stuff and you're like, okay, I see the value, I'd love to go deep in this. Right now in the Academy, we've opened the doors, and it's perfect timing because I just started an enormous module on Facebook marketing. So if you would love to learn how to use your Facebook profile, how to optimize it, what you should put on the cover image, what you should have on there in terms of photos, what kind of content you could put on there. If you want to learn how to set that up so that you literally attract ideal prospects for you, you can do that in the Academy. And when you do this well, you will never run out of leads. I mean, right now, Biddy Ann, some of the other people in there, they are like swimming in opportunity. They're overwhelmed with so much opportunity, which is a great place to be. If you want to learn how to create content, we are in that module right now. If you want to learn how to create posts that get enormous amounts of engagement from people, you can learn that in the Academy. If you want to learn how to use Facebook Live to create a lot of exposure for your products and your business, you'll learn how to do that too. And curiosity posts, we're just about to jump into that part of the content. If you'd like to know how to create posts that will speak to the benefits of your products and your opportunity, you'll learn how to do that too. Facebook Live, as you know, I'm such a fan. If you're shy about it, I promise you, I can get you over it. You will become a pro. You'll be using this consistently, and you're going to be blown away by the exposure that you start getting with your audience. And I'll show you very easy ways that you can mention your products and your business. It's not salesy. That will get people commenting back and messaging you, asking for more details. I think of anything that I can teach you in the next month or so, Facebook Live is probably the biggest game changer of all. And if you love the idea of the Facebook groups, we're going to cover that too in the next few months in the Academy. If you'd like to know how to set up groups for your team or your customers, or how to set up an environment like I'm talking about and populate it and get people in there learning about your products and your business opportunity, it's perfect timing because that's exactly what we're doing in the Academy. So this isn't the only content in the Academy, just so you know. This is an online school that I launched last year, and we've already got several modules in there built out. If you are someone who has a tough time with rejection, or if you know you should be taking more action and you're not, there's a whole module of content in there that will help you coach yourself to get into massive action and get over rejection and just be very, very consistent with daily activity in your business. And that's one of the first things you'll learn when you get into the Academy. If you want to learn how to network locally, tap into all the different places locally, meetup groups, trade shows, business networking groups. If you want to know how to network and follow up with people and invite them to check out your products and your business in a way that's very effective but not salesy, you'll learn how to do that. If you want to learn how to handle objections effectively, you learn that in the Academy. There's a huge module in there related to magic words, which is basically how to sell and recruit without being salesy. It's the cornerstone of everything you can do in your business. Time management is a module we're going to cover soon. If you'd like to learn how to work fewer hours and double or triple your income, you will learn how to do that through the Academy. And there's a big module coming too on coaching and leadership skills. So if you want to find out more details, you can go to the website there, bizacademyforwomen.com. And what's really cool about this, the reason this is my passion project, this is something I've been working on for a year, and there's a reason that I'm doing it because I know how life-changing this content is, and my challenge in the past was I had, all these people that needed help, and I couldn't help them all. I couldn't sell all my coaching time. I maxed out even trying to launch groups. There's always more people that wanted to be in the groups than we'd had the capacity for. And of course, we've got people here from all over the world, and I would run a group on a Tuesday at 5 o'clock, and that doesn't work so well if you're in Europe, right? So the Academy is built out so that you can access this content any day of the week and any moment of the day. It's available 24/7, so it doesn't matter where you live or what your schedule is. You can work through those lessons at your own pace. And in addition to all of the content and all the lessons and the worksheets and the handouts we have in there, you can also join me on a regular basis for live Q&A calls. We do those 2 times a month where you come in and ask me questions. I also host mastermind calls where you have a chance to come in and mastermind with me and your fellow students and dive deeper into topics like this. And then we have this really cool private Facebook group We have women in there from 24 different countries, and it's super active, and it's one of the most supportive environments you could plug into. So that's a big piece of what we do with everyone here in the Academy. And if you were to purchase, this is why I'm so excited about this and why I want to make sure you know about this. If you were to purchase all of this content individually, like if you go in and look at the Academy and all the different modules that I've built out and I'm building out and all the different coaching calls and time and everything, we priced it out. If you were to buy that all individually, it's over $4,500 worth of content. That's what you would pay if you bought all these programs individually. And because I want to make this super accessible to all of you, we set up a membership. So instead of paying $4,500, you can get access to all of this for $97 a month. So it makes it super affordable for anybody to be able to take part in this. And I am all about rewarding action, because here's what I know. If you sign up today and you go into the Academy and you get started, I know by next week you're going to have a breakthrough. I've seen it. I know by watching a couple of those videos, you're going to learn something that's going to help you make sales very quickly or recruit a new business partner. So I want to make this like a no-brainer for you guys. And if you're not interested, that's totally fine. But if you think this is something that you may want to check out, if you go enroll right now, if you go to that page below, the Biz Academy for Women page, we have a timer set up for the next 24 hours. And if you go there right now, your tuition will be discounted by 50%. So you will be able to join the Academy, work with me, get access to all this material for only $47 a month. And you can cancel anytime. We don't hold you to any contracts. You can come test it out for a month. You know, the reason that I make it so affordable is I'm hoping that you'll join and stick with me for at least 6 months to a year, because I know what a difference this stuff will make in your business. So I want to make it uber affordable for any of you. And here's what I'm going to do too. I have in my vault a really awesome video program. It's 20 hours of video footage that I recorded at my Believe conference for women. This was a conference. We had 1,200 women from all over the world come in for this conference. And throughout the weekend, we had 7-figure earners, female earners from pretty much every major company out there, come on stage and share their best business building secrets. And I got it all on video. If you want to go purchase a copy of these Believe videos, you're welcome to do that. We sell them on the website for $500, and they are worth every penny. But if you enroll within the next 24 hours, you'll not only save the 50% on the tuition, be able to access the Academy for only $47, but I'm going to gift you guys a copy of those videos too. And the students that joined me last fall when we opened the doors went through those videos, and it was just mind-blowing. They just absolutely love them. So in addition to all the things I'm going to share with you, you'll also have access to, you know, the strategies that women are using across the network marketing direct selling space to create 7-figure businesses, and it's just worth its weight in gold. So I hope that inspires you, because I would absolutely love to work with you, and I would absolutely love to have you plug in to this amazing community, because we've got people in there who just started their business. We've got people who've been doing network marketing for 4 or 5 years who are doing quite well, and we've got 7-figure earners in this community. And I would love to have you be part of what we do. I'd love to support you, and if you love the kind of content that we shared here today, this is just a taste of what you'll get. So if you want to go check that out, it's bizacademyforwomen.com. Dee and Susan, maybe you can just share the link again down below. And yeah, you will have 24 hours basically to go in and get this deal if that's appealing. All right, so what about questions? How else can I help you today? What other questions do you have on what we covered, or questions about the Academy, if I can share anything that helps you with that? Oh, thanks, Terry. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jackie. She's going to the site. Yay. That's great. Myrna's saying online meetings are like private parties. Online meetings. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Myrna. Are you talking about like virtual meetings, like doing a virtual class online? Because those are like private parties. You can basically set them up that way. How do you prevent those in the same company but different teams to come into the group? You know, this is a very collaborative environment, and we have some pretty strong rules, but it's nothing I've really had to enforce, because I just find the people that are attracted to working with me are women who are very heart-based and very collaborative. And in the Academy, we have, you know, this very collaborative environment. So we have people from the same company, we have people from competing companies, and, you know, you can come in and just learn if you just want to go through the modules. The Facebook group, I think, is amazing, because anytime people get stuck, they can come to the group and ask for help, and everybody in that group jumps in to help them. Doesn't matter what company you're with or what products you have, you know, it's a collaborative environment. And that's really my purpose in putting this together, is to give women a space to learn from each other and to learn what's working for women across all these different companies, and use it to, just change the perception people have about network marketing, because you are in the business of choice. And it's people like you that are going to learn how to do this well, and do this in an elegant and effective way. You're going to attract people who would never have thought they would be involved in a network marketing company. I can tell you from the students I've worked with, they are enrolling people who would have never thought they would be in network marketing. But when you learn how to do this in a really heart-centered, elegant way, people get it, and they see the value in your opportunity in a way that they never did before. So that's really my goal with you guys. There's Diane. I know she's one of our students that's in there. Aw, thanks, Jeanette. Oh, I look forward to working with you. That's awesome. Elizabeth, you're in there on a regular basis, I know. Excellent. All right, other questions? Anything else that didn't make sense today on the Facebook marketing? I know we went long today. I figured this might be about a 90-minute training, but I really appreciate you guys sharing, and I'm so glad that these ideas are helpful. And again, this is just the tip. What is possible on Facebook is amazing. It really is. I can tell you from my own experience, I'm not a tech person. I'm not a salesperson, but I know how to serve people, and I know how to use these tools effectively. So if that's appealing to you, if you want to get good at the tactics and be able to do this in a very heart-centered, service-based way, that's really what this whole approach is about. All right. Oh, Tracy just joined us. Congratulations. I love it. Oh, how about men? Men are absolutely welcome. In fact, we do have some pretty awesome men in the academy. I've sort of become one of the most recognized trainers in this space because I'm a woman, and obviously there are a lot of women in direct sales and network marketing. There's some fantastic male trainers out there too, and some other female trainers obviously that are great. But I kind of started branding everything towards women because that's what I know. I know how to sell like a woman. I know how to recruit and influence people like a woman. And when I say that, I don't mean to sound stereotypical, but it's just a more authentic, heartfelt approach than typically what men have used. And we have lots of men who've joined us and who love this approach. And guys, you are totally welcome. But I wanted to build this school as the space for women who want to become really, really effective in business and do this in a very elegant way. So that's why our branding is the way it is. But you're absolutely welcome to invite guys on your team. In fact, you're pretty smart as a man to come in here because you're probably going to have women on your team, and you'll want to know how to coach them and how to lead them and what works for women, right? All right. Carol's saying, how are people joining? When I go to the website, top of the page, it says you're full. Carol, Kari, sorry, can you just double check? Make sure it's bizacademyforwomen.com. It should take you to a page with that offer. Yes, of course, Sharon, you can share this with your team members. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if there's people on your team that you think you'd love to have learn these skills with you, we have quite a few people in the academy. You've got a couple of team members in there, and it's great because they're learning the same skills together. Yeah. Oh, Susan, I can't wait to have you. Fantastic. Oh, thanks. I've got a bunch of students in here saying hi to everybody. You can see how welcoming and yeah, I'm blessed, man. The students that are in that academy right now are just amazing, and I just trust those of you that will be joining us. You're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it. It's not giving the discounted price, says Samantha. Okay, we'll try this. And Susan and Dee, maybe you can share this link as well. If for some reason you're not seeing the offer, just go to www.bizacademyforwomen.com/membership and just see if that does it. Dina's saying your personal page doesn't seem to have much on your profile. I don't, Dina. I break the rules. This is one of the things where I say, do what I say, not what I do. And there's a reason for that, and I'll share more in the academy. Because of the watch channel and what I get to do with my page, it makes more sense for me to use my page than my profile. And I ended up moving most of the people on my profile over to my page because just like you, my time's limited, right? So rather than try and keep my profile going in my page and all these groups that we run, it made sense for me to let my profile sit. But that's exceptional because through this page, I'm featured on the watch channel. It's a very different thing. But I'm glad you checked on that because you keep me honest. Absolutely. All right. Oh, thanks, Femi. I'm so glad. Thank you, everybody. I'm really glad to hear. I'm just curious, while we're wrapping up, there don't seem to be a lot of questions, but what was the most helpful idea you heard today? Was there like an aha moment for you? I know we covered a lot, but is there one idea that really stuck out, like something you definitely want to put into action or something you want to be sure that you use as you go forward? Yeah, there's the link there. I can see bizacademyforwomen.com/membership. It should direct you there, bizacademyforwomen.com, but if it's not, just try adding the /membership at the end there. Yeah. Oh, LaToya. You know what? The video will be here on the page as soon as we're done. So if you guys missed the beginning, just give us a few minutes after we wrap. If you come back to this page, this video is going to stay here on the page for a while, so you'll be able to watch it. Yeah. Linda's excited about Facebook Live. I love it, Linda. Way to go. That's great. We are going to do Instagram. Yes, we are. We're going to dive deep into Facebook first, and then we're going to do Instagram for sure. Absolutely. So if you guys are using Instagram or you want to learn how to use Instagram, we're going to get into that module pretty quickly in the Academy. Yeah. Oh, Terry's going to go live without fear. I love it. Diana's excited about Facebook Live. Fantastic. I think that's like my personal mission. I was just blown away when I saw the difference when I did those Facebook Lives. I just thought, I don't know if people really understand what they've got at their fingertips with this. And, you want to do it effectively and strategically, but if every one of you just started doing more Facebook Live video, I would consider like my mission completed. Yeah, it would be a huge difference. Oh, Trish is saying, I was in Magic Words, the Academy goes much deeper. Yes. Yeah. If you did my Magic Words program, that's great. We teach a more simplified version of Magic Words in the Academy, but then there's like all this other content. So Magic Words students, you'll probably get even more out of it because you've already done that program for sure. Yeah. Oh, Lauren, excellent. She's joining us too. Congratulations. Oh, Dina, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Interaction with the comments. Yes. Yes. In fact, we're just about to cover that in the Academy. We're going to cover that next week because once you start getting good at this content, it's what you do with the people that are commenting on those posts that lead to conversations that can lead to sales and business opportunities. So that's why you don't have to even talk directly about your products or your business on your profile. You can still make sales and recruit people. Yeah. You replace messenger threads with groups? No. Oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. The group functions differently. And you can still use messenger threads if you want to, quickly stay in touch with people, but you can't do, well, I guess you can use the video. Facebook Live, though, still, if you do Facebook Live in the group, more people will see it and respond to it. There's more functionality in the group, especially if you're using like the Units tab and some of the other new features in there. So I would say you could do both. You don't have to get rid of your messenger thread, but I think the groups is the community. That's the real rich environment that you can create that will definitely indoctrinate your prospects into customers and business partners. Yeah. All videos in the Academy play back multiple times. Yeah, that content is there for as long as you want it, Linda. You can go, you'll see when you sign into the Academy, we have different sections set up. So if you want to work on, if you want to work on yourself, if you want to work on your belief and your level of activity, and you want to just, coach yourself to get into action, there's a whole section that can help you on that. If you feel like you're pretty good with that, but you want to learn more about networking, there's a whole section on that. Maybe you guys already know a little bit about Facebook, but you want to go deeper, so you can go to the more advanced modules on Facebook. So the content is set up. It's self-serve. There's a certain sequence that I recommend, but you can certainly work through it at your own pace in any way you want. And you can watch those videos as many times as you want. In fact, I recommend that you do. Once you've learned it, practice it. You might want to go back and just watch it again. And we make it really easy to consume. So most videos are probably 10 to 20 minutes long. We cut them up into these like bite-sized chunks so that it's really easy to get through them. And then we always have audios. If you want to download the audio and pop it in the car, take it to the gym, you can listen to the audios. And we usually have handouts too that go with each lesson. Kate, congratulations! Oh, thank you, and thank you, Sharman. I'm so glad that was helpful. Really, really cool. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, and feel free if you share this post with people in your network, they will get to watch this training. So even if they're not interested in the Academy itself, if you just want them to watch this training and learn these ideas on Facebook, just click I guess it's down below, right, the share button. You can just click share and share this video, and it'll go to people on your team. You could tag them or whoever you want to see it. Yeah. Thanks, Lisette. Aw, so good to see you. And Lisette, aren't you in Alberta, if I remember properly? I think I saw you mentioned Clive, and I don't know where that is. I have family in Calgary, but I'm not sure if I know that. Mary Lou, yes, all the modules are available immediately, and then we release them every week because I'm still building the content. So like this week, we're going to do a whole segment now on Facebook engagement, and then we're going to start doing Facebook Live videos in the next coming weeks, and then we're going to get into Facebook groups. But there's a pretty large chunk of content that's already created in the Academy. So you can just follow along and work on the modules we're doing with right now. If you want to go learn other stuff, you can do that too. But you get instant access to it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Callie. I'm really glad that you found this helpful. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Beverly. So cool. I know sometimes people just find me by accident. Is it a lifetime membership? It can be. I mean, basically it's pay as you go, Carol. So, you know, we don't have any contracts. We're not holding you to anything. But I did want to make it like affordable enough that people can stay in it because I've been coaching women in this space for 20 years. I'm really dating myself, aren't I? Excuse me. And here's what I know. Here's the deal I can make you guys, you gals. If you come into the Academy and stay with me for a year, I promise you, your business will be in a completely different place. Promise you that. As long as you know, go through the lessons, work this at a moderate pace, you'll definitely have some breakthroughs. And I want to make it affordable so people can do that. And I set up the Academy so that we can have, you know, a pretty good core group of students and still give you attention and still make sure that, you know, you get your questions answered and you can learn from other people in the group. So this has been my passion project for a while. You know, it's taken me a while to get this all set up and takes me a fair amount of time and energy, you know, each week to create the content. But it is my labor of love for you guys. And you know, my goal is, because we're going to keep evolving this, you know, if you stay with me for a year, the next year, things are going to get even more exciting because there's more advanced stuff coming. But, you know, if you came in with the intention that I'm going to stick in this for a year, I can afford this, I can do it, I promise you, you will be different, your business will be different a year from now. And that's partly why we wanted to open it up this time of year too, because it's 2019. I know many of you have set goals. You're really looking to do something exciting this year. Once we close the doors, we will not be opening this up again until the fall. And we do that purposely because I don't want a huge group of people in here. You know, we have a very finite group of students, and I keep it to a number that I know. You know, everyone's going to get value and be able to get the attention that they need. And so once we close down the doors, you know, we won't open this up again for a little while. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to say your name, but I think it's Ioma. Is that right? Ioma? I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Wow. Oh, Jackie, congrats. I'm so excited to have you join us. Yeah. Anna, oh my gosh, this is your year. This is totally your year. Absolutely. It's open. We're going to actually keep this open for about a week. But if you all want that 50% discount on the tuition and the $500 video program, that's up for 24 hours. So go check out the page, you know, see everything that's involved, make sure it's a fit for you. But we thought we'd give you guys at least 24 hours to think about it. And if you sign up within 24 hours, you'll get, you'll save 50% on the tuition and you'll get that $500 video program too as my gift. Yeah. Yay. Oh my gosh. Shanna. That is awesome. Ioma, I'm so glad I got your name right. That's beautiful. And we have, I'm seeing on here, we have a pretty international group. Latoya, awesome. And that is part of the cool thing about this academy is, like I said, we've got women in there from 24 countries. You know, obviously a lot from the US and Canada. We have someone in there from Iceland, Brindis. We have several from the UK, Ireland, Sweden, Jeanette. It's amazing. Jeanette, get this, talk about committed. She gets up at 2 a.m, her time, to be on our live conference calls. And it's just a joy to have her in the group. You're an amazing woman, Jeanette, to be that committed. We have people from Israel. We have people from Singapore, Australia, South Africa, you know, many different countries in Europe that have joined in. So it's a very rich community. And we have people from all different companies. So what's really nice about that is you're not just going to learn from me, but you're going to learn from other women, what's working in other companies. It's a really nice cross-pollination of everything that's happening there. Hey, Deanne from Virginia. Rebecca's saying, in the 24 hours, you're only accepting a certain number of new members. We're going to see. I think we may actually have more than I expected. So yeah, in 24 hours, we're going to kind of see where our numbers are. If we still have a little space, we might open it up one more time. And I just want to remind you all, too, if you can come Friday at 10 o'clock Pacific time, if you like these ideas, as I mentioned, I'm going to interview Betty Ann, and she's going to share with you how she took these ideas and what she's done in these Facebook groups, the messages she's used, you know, the different ways she's built out her network, some of the common conversations that she has. She's just been masterful at this stuff, and it's just awesome. Awesome to see the students doing this kind of stuff and doing it in such a classy way. You know, these women are not selling, but my gosh, are they growing their business? It's really cool. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Any other questions? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Well, I know we went over. I was just waiting here to see if we had any other questions related to the training. Lauren, we'd love to have you join. Yep. Susan and Dee, do you mind just posting that link again? Make sure people have got it. If you look right above the video too, there should be a link there you can click on. That'll take you there. It's www.bizacademyforwomen.com/membership. That's the best link, it looks like. Okay. Barbara's saying it's taking you, sign up for live notifications. That's weird. Barbara, maybe just clear your cache if you would. Or if any of you are having a problem signing up, just let us know in the comments box and we'll circle back with you all and make sure. Jackie, I am excited to work with you. Diana, I'm excited to work with you. This is great. There we go. There's the link. Susan and Dee are putting it on here. So bizacademyforwomen.com/membership. There we go. Lizette's got 2 profile pages. It could be okay. It might be more work than you have to do though, Lizette. I'd love to look at them for you. If you're in the academy, we could do that. Excuse me. And just see who your audience is. And I'm a big fan of simple. You know, if you can do half the work and get twice the results, right? That's what we're after. So you certainly can have 2 profile pages, but it can create confusion in it. And it's almost like you lose some of the momentum that you're building in one place because you're putting that attention over 2 spaces. Yeah. Oh, Yama's saying, how do you keep your audience excited? Ask questions, engage them. You know, there's lots of tips we're going to cover on how to do that. And sometimes just doing short lives, like 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes, you know, it's just enough to get people going and they'll actually watch it. Alan, it's good to see you. Yeah. Link from here has other stuff at the end. Yeah, I don't know why. Some of you are getting a different page. Cheryl's saying it's $4,500. No, it's the value of it is $4,500. If you go into the academy, if you were to buy every one of those modules independently, like we used to sell some of those as individual products, if you were to purchase all of that, plus all the coaching time and the live Q&A programs and things like that, we added it up. It's $4,500 worth of training. But we're not charging you guys $4,500. We usually charge $97 a month, and you can come in and access as much or as little of that as you can. You know, we kind of recommend people go at a certain pace because you don't want to just come in and cram a bunch of information. You want to actually use it and apply it. But as we mentioned, just as a fast action bonus and a special bonus for those of you that came to this training, if you go sign up within the next 24 hours, you will save 50% on the tuition. So it's only $47 a month to be part of the academy. And you'll also get instant access to a $500 training program that features some of the most successful women in network marketing, 7-figure learners from all these different companies. So you can jump in. If you go sign up now, you can go start watching those Believe videos. You can check out all the modules. And then, for example, within a couple of days, we're going to do, tomorrow we actually have a mastermind call. You can join us for the mastermind call. I'm going to be releasing some new content in a few days on Facebook engagement. So, you know, there's lots to do, but it's really designed to just walk you through step by step strategies that you can learn and then use and then get results and then come back for the next thing. So you can totally do it at your own pace. Yeah. Great. Okay. Any other? It says you're not entering your address. Natasha, sorry about that. Susan or Dee, would you mind just putting up the support email too, just in case any of you are having some weird issue with your credit card or something? If you can just email Susan at support@bizacademyforwomen.com, she can follow up with you personally. Yeah. Mary Lou, you've got it. So if you order today, it's 50% off the 97. So it's only $47 a month, pay as you go. You can come try it out for a month. Hopefully you love it and you'll want to stay. If you stay for a year, I have no doubt you're going to see some pretty big changes in your business. So, yep. Suzanne saying, daily method of operation to be consistent. Can you touch up on that? Suzanne, that's a really good question. And it kind of depends on your goals, right? Like if you are using your profile as the main space on your business, which is the simplest thing to do and the smartest thing to do, to be honest. Posting 2 to 3 times a day is ideal. If you can't do that, twice a day is ideal. If you can't do that, once a day. But consistency is key. So, creating simple posts, simple engagement posts, or personal update posts, or Facebook Live video. If you were even doing one of those a day consistently, and you can pre-schedule those, obviously using Hootsuite or another kind of program like that. If you have an assistant or you can afford an assistant, you can get help, doing that too. But yeah, just doing, for example, if you even did 15 minutes a day, getting in and liking and commenting on a few people's posts, friending a couple of people. I have a student who started with, I'm thinking it was about 600 contacts. And what I challenged some of the Academy members to do was to friend 2 people a day, to go into Facebook groups, find 2 decent looking contacts and friend them 2 times a day. And within a year, that woman's audience now is over 4,000 contacts, and they're really good quality contacts. So that is the power of like those little consistent steps daily, right? If you even took 15 minutes a day and you friended a couple of people and you commented on a couple of posts and you put up one post yourself, maybe responded to a few of the comments on your post, just doing that consistently every single day over time can really create some exponential growth. And it's better to keep it simple like that because, some people do go and try and friend 30 people a day. It can get you in trouble with Facebook. And also, you can't develop the quality connections. Just friending a bunch of people and not really having a conversation or engaging them, you just end up with a bunch of kind of cold leads. So there's a pace to it that is doable. And then over time, it can really start to pay off in terms of the relationships that you're creating. You're welcome. I hope that was helpful. Yeah. Debbie Tucker, yay. Daniels, fantastic. All right. Or just saying it could be as simple as the zip code. Yeah, if any of you are having an issue with the sales form or whatever, we don't want you to miss out on this. Please just drop an email to Susan, and you can reach her at support@bizacademyforwomen.com. So support@bizacademyforwomen.com. Just let her know you are on the training today, you're having an issue, and she can follow up with you. Oh, congratulations. Oh, great, Deborah. I'm glad that worked out. Okay, I know we've gone way over here. If you have questions, you can still post them. I may be able to zip back here after the recording is done. I just don't want to keep the video going forever. And see if I can answer those questions. And yeah, come check out the Academy. If it's not for you, that's totally fine, but at least go take a look at it. I think you'll be pretty amazed at what we put together and how little we're charging for it. But again, it's my labor of love, and I would just love the opportunity to support you guys. And then Friday, if you can, come back at 10 o'clock on Friday because Betty Ann's going to join me. We're going to talk more specifics about this Facebook Live content. And then I have another training next Tuesday on invitations. So the same time, 1 o'clock Pacific time, there's a 4-step process that I teach that makes it really easy to invite people to take a look at your products and your business. It's not salesy. It gets their curiosity going. It'll be very comfortable for you to say this to prospects, and generally people get a really good response. So if you'd like to learn, a different spin on inviting, join me next Tuesday as well at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll go through, it's pretty detailed training as well. We'll have a good hour of training on inviting skills, so come back and join me for that as well. You're welcome, Jackie. Excellent. Oh, Susan's already in the Academy. My gosh, way to go, way to go. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you, Myrna. I look forward to seeing you soon. Very cool. And if you missed the beginning of this video, as soon as I finish here, it will load it to the page and you can watch the replay directly. Just give it a few minutes and it'll display again here. Okay, thank you all of you. Congratulations. I'm really excited to working with you in the Academy. I'm so glad that you all found this helpful. Let me know if you have questions below. Hopefully we'll see you Friday at 10 o'clock Pacific time right back here on the page. We'll see you then.